Hi, I'm Tim Wilson. I'm the driver of the number 3 Wilson's Body Shop late model at the Port Royal Speedway, and you're watching Pit Pass.
Thanks, Tim. We have more with Don Gamble as I picked his brain about some topics concerning local racing.
Other than the support divisions, if you get up into the late model sprints and modifieds, extremely expensive. The tire bill is astronomical. So it concerns me as costs continue. I don't know where it's going, but I think like the Fast Track Series and some of these divisions that are running a spec motor and they're keeping the cost down. I mean, the average guy can't afford a $25,000 or $30,000 motor. It's just not practical. And if you get one and you break it, then what happens? Well, with the spec motors, costs there start maybe $3,000 to $5,000, and you can run the motor all year. And I think you're going to see more and more of that if the sport is going to survive. They have to cut costs. Well, there's too many series, you know, and every time you turn around, it's the alphabet series, you know. I think that the bigger series will survive, but it is watering down the competition from time to time. Geographically, if there were 1 or 2, maybe 3 tracks in a certain area, that's enough. You know, there was a time there when I was racing where within a 2-hour radius of where I lived, there was 10 or 12 tracks. That's too many tracks. It's easy to be a fan, okay? And I was a fan for many years, and I worked at a lot of the tracks for many years. But boy, did I get an education in '96 when I promoted a track. It's just incredible. The average fan thinks the promoter opens the gates about 2 hours before the races start, races, takes all the money, puts it in a big sack and goes home and doesn't do anything until the following week. It's 24/7. I mean, the promoters are doing a nice job, but I don't think the fans realize what's involved. It is a tough job. Well, the championships we won were nice, but I think the special memory is the friends that I've made. For example, my daughter, Carrie, and Travis Geisler are married, and I have a grandson. And through racing, Carrie and Travis were at an Easter egg hunt when she was 5 years old. And he said, I'm going to marry Carrie. And 20-some years later, they got married. He's a crew chief for Penske, the youngest crew chief in NASCAR history. He's got a very bright future in front of him, and I would probably say my favorite thing was when Carrie and Travis met, and I've watched them grow up together. They have a family. I got a wonderful grandson, and life is good.
Rapping on Racing is on 6 to 8 p.m. on Monday nights on WEDO. If you live outside of the Pittsburgh area, you can also find the show streaming on speedwayproductions.biz. Racing is good. No, better, with people like Don Gamble involved in it. Thanks for your efforts, Don. So next weekend, there are some big races. One of those is the Grizzly 50 at Central PA Speedway. I caught up with Dan Bainey to discuss the event and his family's efforts to bring excitement to the Clearfield County Bull Ring.
What we got going on this weekend is our first 2-day show ever. It's Saturday and Sunday. The All-Star Late Models are coming in. And on Saturday night, we have the Central PA Legends coming with them. And the All-Stars will be doing their qualifying. They have the first ever Battle of the Bear, which is a King of the Hill type format race, and the Dash for Cash. Sunday will be the Street Stock Shootout, round 1, and the main event with heat races for the All-Star Late Models. You know, the first day, if you have the 2-day pass, it's $5 for the first night. And for all that racing action for $5, I think they're going to have a lot of fans in the stands, a lot of teams in the pits. You know, we got a 2-day event later in the season for the 10,000 to win Yankee Doodle race. And this is kind of to get a feel, you know, of everything. That way when we get to that weekend, everything we know is intact and in line and everything that we have to do.
Good luck to the Baineys. Coming up, a look at some more special events for this Memorial Day weekend.